He said, I'm very stubborn. That lady is very stubborn. What does she want? If she has the money, let her come and buy the charcoal. I came on the ground here again. All along I'm pleading, following him. I said, sir, is there no hand that you can give me? He said, I don't disturb him. And told me not to disturb him, and he chased me away. And he started auctioning my charcoal. That is all I know. Me, I've never carried charcoal. It's my first time to carry charcoal. And that is the little money I have. Even 50 shillings I don't have. It's friends which are helping me for all of this week. That is my position.
Right. I feel sorry for you, but also I need to ask you, how much was your initial investment into this business? You said this is your first time.
The money that I've put in charcoal,
Yeah.
I had 180 pieces. Per bag I bought in the bush 13,000. Then I paid the loaders. The people who loaded it in the vehicle, I was going to pay them up to Busia after selling. The deposit of the truck is the one that I gave 500,000. And the charcoal, the cashman I paid with the charcoal is 100.
In Nwaya district, as authorities tried hard to contain the destruction, more strange faces are revealed, according to Coach Goma Sub-County Chairperson John Bosco Okolo.
Those charcoal dealers, they are not the simple people. The army men are there, policemen are there, other ministers also, they are involved. So when you arrest someone in the bush, bringing him to the police with the vehicle, you start receiving call from the army commander, please, you release that vehicle. Please do this. The power of the council was in trouble. These activities of tree cutting for charcoal is not easy to stop.
It is blatant violation of the laws of the land. To transcend this destruction, the Secretariat of the Joint Acholi Sub-Region Leaders Forum commissioned a field study with a view of tapping opportunities in this booming trade. At the Secretariat of the Forum is Martin Alike Tebere, the technical advisor.
Unregulated charcoal burning. So this charcoal burning is proving a very serious threat to the environment. So all the leaders of the Acholi sub-region are adamant that a policy has to be put in place to regulate charcoal burning. The idea for this policy is to come up with a means of ensuring environmentally sustainable production of charcoal and firewood.
They must now solve this legal dilemma with another legal instrument to save the region's valuable climate by transforming charcoal into a mega economic industry.
Before this new culture of indiscriminate tree cuttings has started, people would plant trees. You make sure it grows. They are fast-growing trees. That takes only 5 years, and they are mature enough for charcoal. So that we remove people from destroying the trees that have existed for 100 years. It's painful. Somebody goes to the village and is cutting a tree that has lived for 200 years and is destroying. In 10 minutes, the tree is down, cutting to pieces and burning. Because we are not going to avoid people from using charcoal.
In response to their finding, they draft a new energy policy, as explained by the technical advisor at the Secretariat of the Forum, Martin Alike Tebere.
There is a lot of revenue leakage from this industry. If it is regulated in a better way, a lot of revenue can be earned and collected from the region. The Acholi region has a comparative advantage in biomass production in the country. And what the leaders intend to see in this policy is how to transform that comparative advantage into competitive advantage in the production of charcoal.
The leaders believe that transforming the charcoal economy into a more viable green energy will eventually save the country's disappearing forests. In order to derive more value from the industry, the researchers want government to blend it with national energy education.
In order to ensure such environmental sustainability, one of the big things that is going to be introduced, which is very new, which the policy is going to bring into place, is the concept of charcoal farming. The policy envisages a situation where, working with National Forestry Authority, we identify indigenous fast-growing tree species suitable for charcoal production. And we envisage a situation where we consciously begin propagating such tree species and planting them for charcoal production. In that way, we would be farming charcoal. It's a practice already being done in other countries around the world. Kenya, for instance, is already leading in charcoal farming. This is something Uganda can borrow from, and it would be a very useful thing towards ensuring environmental sustainability.
Across the region, experimental charcoal farms are springing up in Paicho sub-county in Gulo district, where an agripreneur has set up a bamboo garden.
What the leaders want to see is not the charcoal industry in Acholi, but rather the Acholi charcoal industry. At the moment, industrial production of charcoal is being produced by non-indigenous persons. The charcoal value chain that we have established shows that 95% of the value of all the charcoal being produced in Acholi is being remitted outside or earned outside the region. Only 5% of the value of those trees is retained within the Acholi region. So they're adamant that the new policy should regulate the production of charcoal to tick off a number of very crucial boxes. First and foremost is to make the production of charcoal and firewood environmentally sustainable. Secondly, it should be done in a manner that improves rural household incomes. The value that is being made from this charcoal ought to remain within the region. A large percentage of it ought to remain within the region.